quite a number of jobs. I think I've had in excess of 30. I kind of gave up counting. But of those, only probably 10 were pensionable. Luckily, my dad, who left school at 14, he ended up being an army officer. He was very, very astute financially. And when I was 18, got my first job, he made me set up a spreadsheet with my sort of year-end valuation. So I've always kept a close track of what I've got.
I've had 3 company pension schemes over time, but I've also had a couple of personal pensions. Yeah, I've always had pensions and savings sort of pushed into me by my dad. It was always saving, it was always pensions, it was always this, carried on and on and on. So I picked that up very early.
I don't think I ever thought about a specific amount because you never really know what you want to do in retirement when you're young. But I did start, again, thanks to my dad, I did start saving very early. I was horrified at the time. He made me, shows how long ago it was, he made me put £5 a month into 2 separate schemes. So I started saving early with a view to sort of putting away as much as I could.
I think it's a fair assessment to suggest that I had no idea how much I would need to retire on. Until you get to nearer that stage, it's just not a question you need to consider. However, that has become real in the last 7-8 years. I got diagnosed with prostate cancer when I was 47, and that crystallised in my mind that I wanted to leave earlier because I wanted that flexibility to try other things. And at that point, I started working out what I would probably need to survive on pension-wise.
We just sort of came up with a figure. Perhaps what I was earning now, £1,000 a month I was bringing home, and we wanted to make sure that when I retired, I could get the same kind of figure at 60. And obviously that was why I set up the defined contribution, so I could draw down on it.
I've had to probably track down 2 or 3, and some of them would have, 30,000-40,000 in them. There's one that had 90,000 in them. I was absolutely shocked because I didn't think I'd worked there that long. But they're going back a while, so there's possibly money out there lying around, sort of thing.
One of them in particular that bothered me, it was one that my workplace pushed me into, not my choice, and then they wrote to me saying that I was now on a glide path at the age of 50. And bearing in mind I'm probably going to work till I'm at least 67, that really concerned me. I didn't want to be out of the stock market, and with what it's been doing lately, I'm really glad that I did move that one because it's now in my SIPP and it's doing very nicely.
The process itself was very easy. All I did was contact AJ Bell, open up the SIPP, and effectively left it to AJ Bell then to transfer after that. There was a little bit of admin with my existing provider because they had some checks and balances that they wanted to do. But apart from that, the actual process itself was very easy.
It was really straightforward. I didn't have any admin issues with my provider, so moving it over was really swift actually. And you were kept informed all the way through what was happening.
Everything's in our control now. I don't feel we're in a black hole as far as information goes. We're definitely in charge of our own finances.
Firstly, I would, it's research, I think, that's it. The pensions that you have, find out what the actual benefits attached to that pension is before you do anything.
If I were advising somebody else, I would say do it slowly, don't rush at it, look at what you've got, and I sort of picked off the urgent one, which was the one that they put me into a glide path at 50.
I feel financially secure. For us, our particular circumstances, we've got a defined contribution that we can draw on or not. We've got part-time work that will supplement that or not, and at some point we've also got pensions that we will be able to draw later in life, albeit Sean's drawing some of them now. So for us, we have a very clear idea of what we're going to survive on for the rest of our days, health allowing.
Yeah, I definitely feel much more in control than I ever did. It's all within my control, my direct control, or a lot of it is. I keep seeing these articles in the newspaper about, oh, you need this much money to retire comfortably and all that kind of thing. That doesn't bother me. I think if I needed to, I could make do with less money, but I feel comfortable, I feel in control, I think I've got enough to do what I want to, and I hope to continue working at least part-time. My dad retired at 78, that's my role model.